friends, I'm Danvita from 6th standard. Today I'm going to show you an experiment to identify acid and a base. The items which I have are detergent solution, turmeric paste, lemon juice, earbud, some cotton and a paper. Now I'm going to show you how to identify a base and a acid. First, I am dipping the cotton in the turmeric paste and rubbing on the sheet of paper. Now it is dried. Now it is dried. Now I am taking a earbud, dipping it in the lemon juice and writing something on the paper. You can't see what I am writing. This is because the lemon juice is an acid. It contains citric acid. Now I am taking the earbud, putting it in the detergent solution and writing something on the paper. Wow, amazing! You can see what I am writing. This is because the detergent solution is the base. The turmeric acts like an indicator to identify a base and a acid. Thank you.
Hi friends, Srijan here studying in 6th standard DSIS. Today I am presenting you a Wi-Fi Node MCU car which can be operated with an mobile. This Wi-Fi car can run with an ESP8266 module which is also known as Node MCU. This ESP8266 module has more processing power and memory. It has a built-in Wi-Fi module in it. It has a micro USB port that can be operated with a 7 to 12 volts. Now I am going to show the components which are used in this car. Now friends, I am going to operate the car through mobile and show it.
Hi friends, this is my Node MCU Wi-Fi car. First, I am going to turn on the car. Friends, we have to take mobile and turn on the Wi-Fi, and in the list of network services, we have to connect to the Node MCU car. After connecting to the Node MCU car, we have to go to the Node MCU car app. Then we can operate our car. Hi friends, now you can see here, I'm going to operate the car and show you. And when I'm pressing the front button, the car is moving forward. And when I'm pressing the back button, the car is moving back. And when turning the car, it's turning.
Thank you friends for watching my video.
So hello and welcome. My name is Parthan Pandit. I am studying in class 7. So friends, I am going to show an experiment that indicates that the turmeric solution does not change its color when it comes to the contact of an acid. So the things we need are small bowl. We need small bowl. We need some turmeric powder. We need some water, some detergent and lemon. So the first thing we do is that we put some lemon to the small bowl. The next thing we do is we pour some water in it. So as you can see, I have poured some water in it, and I will mix it. I will mix it properly. So you can see that the color is yellow. When the color is yellow, I put some detergent to it. And I mix it properly. So as you can see that the color is reddish brown now. So when the color is reddish brown, I will put some acid, that is the lemon. You can see that the color automatically changes into yellow when the brown. It changes its color to yellow because the turmeric powder is yellow in color, and it is also another natural indicator. But the turmeric powder does not change its color when it comes to the contact of an acid, which is the lemon I have used. But it changes its color when it comes to the contact of the base, which I have used as detergent. It turns into reddish brown. So the turmeric powder, it indicates the turmeric powder does not change its color when we put acid. Thank you.
Shara Girish, I'm studying in 6th standard. I'm going to do an experiment of demonstration of surface tension. Materials needed for this experiment are turmeric powder, water, plate and a soup. Now I'm going to fill the plate with water. Now I'm going to sprinkle turmeric powder on it. So now you can see that the turmeric powder floats on the water uniformly. This is because of surface tension. Now wet your finger with any soap and touch the water. So now you can see that the turmeric powder rushes to the corner immediately. This is because of breaking of surface tension. Now if you add more turmeric powder, the turmeric powder sinks in the water. This is because there is no surface tension here. This is because of there is no surface tension here. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I am Abhinav of 7th standard. Today I am going to show you how the thermal expansion of air works. So this is a empty bottle in which a balloon is fixed to its mouth, and this is a hot water bath. So when I take the empty bottle and put into the hot water bath, the balloon gets inflated. This process is known as thermal expansion of air. It occurs due to the air in the bottle gets up to the balloon and the balloon gets inflated. So it has no other way to get out. It goes into the balloon. And after some time the balloon gets de-inflated. Thank you.
Everyone, I am Prajas of class 7. I am going to prove that the air occupies space. Requirements: a wide glass trough and an empty glass. Air is a matter which occupies space and has mass. Air is everywhere around us, even inside this glass. Take an empty glass, hold it in an inverted position. Now, dip the open mouth of the glass in the trough filled with water. If we dip it straight, the water is not going inside because the air is filled up in the glass before only. If we take the glass, the air comes out in the form of bubble and water occupies the space which air had occupied. So, result: air occupies space. Thank
My
you.
name is Thirumurugan. I am studying in 6th standard. Today I am going to show you sedimentation, decantation and filtration. For that I took 3 empty glasses and glass with filter water, glass with mud water and filter paper. I have made the mud to settle on the bottom of the glass. Now I am going to pour in the another glass. Now I poured the water without disturbing the mud. Now I am going to pour in another glass for much clarity. Now I poured in this glass. Now I am taking the filter paper and pouring in filter paper into another glass. As you can see now, I have poured the water. I have poured the water in a last glass. Now you can see it. Now you can see that the water is so clear. Thank you.